DBSCG things.
What's up, Yuhp Gang? It's your boy Texan, and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG Things. And today we're bringing you another very exciting battle, guys. This is going to be round 1 of our local this week. This is Cooler Mill versus King Mechikabura. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out Promats, guys. Best place to go get your custom card needs. Link will be in the description as usual. And also on the screen now you can see that they are holding a monthly tournament via Discord at the second weekend of every single month with some great prizing here. You can come win some Promat mats, TCG metal leaders, and also some booster boxes. So if this is something you're interested in, use the links in the description below to go to the Discord and join it. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this battle or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss a video. And with that being said, guys, let's spin this around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with the battle. We have round 1 underway. I am on the right side playing my Cooler Mill list for the first time in quite some time at locals, versing my brother and lovely teammate playing his King Mechikabura deck that he has been perfecting for quite some time. And it looks like he starts off here, guys, so he gets to go first, and he loads a Unison turn 1, use the plus effect to bottom deck a card, and then draw one. Here he passes to me. I start off with a casual multi-charge, swing, draw, pass. Very set 9-like gameplay from my side of the table here. Which actually kind of hurts me in this matchup because this deck does have very viable early game aggro, which a lot of people sleep on when they come into this matchup. They don't expect it to be able to push out so much pressure early. So we will definitely be able to see how well this deck actually performs in the earlier turns. So he got a leader swing. He got that damage there. His Unison is at 3 markers, so if he upticks, he can swing with his Unison as well. Or his Unison is at 2 markers. I am incorrect there. I believe it has to have more than 3. Let me just take back what I said there. But here he goes ahead and uses his balls, using the Dark Empire Strikes Back to draw 2 by discarding one of the 0-cost balls. Poutine play, obviously. Here he's going to the Spirit Boost effect. He's going to bottom deck 1 card from his hand in order to play the 3-drop Poutine, which spawns a token that was Spirit Boost, so he goes ahead and removes a marker. He attacks with the dude there. I take both those damage because it technically is a dual attack, except for the first attack becomes a 25k and then draws a card when it pops that token, and then it restands and then swings once again for 15. Here he's using his second energy to summon a salsa. Here he's going to use early game to get some of these balls out of his deck. This way is actually smart against Cooler Mill because leader swing would grab those 2 from deck, and then you would use them, which would get 2 more out of your deck, which essentially would be milling a total of 4 cards on just 1 leader swing, which is good for Cooler Mill, but as you can see, there's ways to work around it there. So here I get knocked down to 4 life in my turn 1, dealing with quite the aggressive turn 2 there from King Mechikabura, and he knowing well that he is versing a control list. He's sitting well at high life, so he was able to tap out and not worry about what I was going to bring to the table on my offensive turn. So there I swing. I swing at his Unison there because I just don't want to give him cards to hand. I kind of want to play the resource game as much as I can until I can stabilize myself with the Jiren Unison. So we're going to see if I can ever pull that off here. But like I said, this deck is very aggressive, and if I can't find a viable moment to clear his field or even attempt to arrival cards, then I definitely lose advantage in the way of board state. So we will see. We are in turn 3. We definitely have a lot of things we can do. We started off with the leader swing for King Mechi. We still have the Poutine swing, salsa swing as well, which will essentially draw a card. And we have 3 energy to play with, which we can do quite a few things. So we're going to start here with the King Mechi plus bottom deck 1. Draw 1. Here he's going to pay 1 for the Poutine. He's going to get a top 3 search here. It looks like he's going to start a new swap chain, which is pretty effective, but it looks like he might just leave it here because I did Oceanus and it actually hit field here because he's not at 4 or less life in order to use a Super Kamehameha. So I was able to get that clearly on field and flood out his turn, and he doesn't want to play that game of trying to get through Oceanus because he will have to mill a total of 8 cards out of his deck just to really attempt to get a damage in. So not too effective for him. Here going into my turn 3, I could tap out here and play Jiren. But knowing how clunky my hand was in this matchup and how bad early aggro is against Cooler, or how rough it is for Cooler to deal with early aggro, that came out sounding backwards how I wanted it to. But anyways, yeah, here I was really highly considering not tapping out for the Unison because I wanted to save my Awakening turn for my opponent's turn, because I did want to do some arrivals and try to get the best value out of my front side ability and back side ability during my Awakening turn. So that was what I was aiming for there. And plus it also gives me energy to play with in terms of negates. I also have a blocker on field, so I do have a blocker to try to block one of the swings as well. But we are sitting at 4 energy now for King Mechi, which is quite the amount of energy, because that is what the amount of energy it takes for your boss monsters to hit field. You have things like the 8-drop King Mechi. You have many things. You have things like that 6-drop King Vegeta that is like a triple strike dual attack. If you counter, that warps a life. He's pretty good. So here I take the damage. Hopefully, I think out there I was really just trying to feed into a newer card, because like I did mention earlier, in this game my hand was fairly rough. And like I said, I didn't have the defensive power in order to tap out for Jiren last turn. Here it looks like I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 for my negate. I'm willing to counter the attack and then play myself a blocker. Here I probably just doing that in order to actually use a multicolor energy, probably just because I honestly wanted to use my combo step, which I probably should have used right there in the blocker stage in order to start arrivaling things and awaken. That probably should have been the way to go, but we shall see. King Mechi's turn is just going off. He does have 2 poutines on board. He has one drop there ready for quite ready for another swap. Here he's got the power effect from playing a new Unison, so he's at 4 markers. He can officially okay, so here I did do exactly what I was saying. Try to get as much value as I can out of my Awakening turn here. I'll be able to draw 1 on my front side here, and then I'll probably awaken, draw 1, untap 1, and this will allow me to arrival 1 more card, and then not only mill, but get the draw from the backside of my leader as well. So we shall see. I might just end up leaving it. I don't know. Like I said, my hand was kind of clunky. I didn't have very many coolers in this situation. Yep, and I just let it fall through there. I did kill one of his 1-drops, which did save me a preemptive swap, which is nice, because now I don't have 3 of those poutines on field, because it definitely could have ended up that way. I definitely thought it was going to go that way because they did play in a Unison with Empower and whatnot. So here I hard messed up and charged a blue card from my hand, like a doofus, and that was probably the worst thing I could have ever done, because I really was going to drop my secret right here, which I do run Gohanks, but as I look at it here, I'm like debating on what to play out. I have a Jiren in hand, and I also have Gohanks. I'm trying to because I will tap out if I have to play Gohanks. So here I was thinking if it was going to be smart to actually tap out. Unfortunately, like I said, I did mess up and charge a mono blue this turn, which really sets me off pace for my Gohanks. So if anything, I probably will play a Jiren Unison, leave myself an energy open, and then also I like we do have. Oh, see, like there, like I did think I was going to play the secret rare. Unfortunately, I did not because I had the blue. So yep, I have to resort to Jiren, which is not as good because I don't get the board wipe. And it looks like I'm debating on if it's even worth it. Jiren is a great card, don't get me wrong, but like tapping 3 for it right now with probably where my hand's at, I just didn't have. So here I was even considering tapping 3 for Vegeta in order to board wipe. So here I really just am trying to board wipe, but at the same time not tap myself out so that I still have some defensive capabilities in terms of negates and stuff. And where I end up choosing is to just pass turn and leave all my energy standing instead of actually. I should have probably played Jiren here, honestly, because I do think I had a Videl, which would have been helpful. But staring down this board, I really was like trying to board clear, and I believe like my mindset here was like wait till he starts his turn, and once he plays something, I can drop the Vegeta. Board wipe, get a few mills. I'll plus 5 my leader on his turn, so now I'm at 20k. It makes it harder for him to power through, and I'll still have an energy up in terms of using things for like negates and whatnot. Just having more energy is always good defensively. So here he's swaying. I use my activate battle step just to pick up cooler. And then I combo them both away right away. As you can see, obviously I do not have a super combo, so this is probably a big reason why last turn I didn't want to tap any hefty amount of energy in order to play a unison. Because once I do that, it does take away from a lot of the things I can do. Because obviously, if I don't have super combo, I can't put my blue-red back up, and I won't be able to sense it being into even more energy, which takes away from a lot of the arrivals from the deck. So it does look like I'm going to arrival 2 cards. Minus thing 1, and then draw 1 from Hercule Bill. So I did put everything on his field down to like a 5k, which is going to help me from pressure, but it didn't save me from the board. Like, that's the biggest thing here. Like, I have yet to actually clear the field. I've been playing with that one cooler, like, the entire game, just bouncing it back to my hand, replaying it. I got that Hercule Blue, it really didn't do much. If my cooler stays on field, I can use Hercule Bill in order to pick it up at the end of the turn and add it to my hand. So here he's comboing quite a bit, getting his field clean so that he can no longer get milled from his battle card, which is honestly the smartest route. I take that damage because he comboed super high, and now he's using his leader effect to give him triple attack. Pretty nice because he does have a hefty amount of deck left, so milling is quite a few turns away for me, especially since I have only seen the one cooler. He still has all of his energy up, and he is triple attacking me with his leader. So that is a thing, and I'm at 2 life. So, long story short, King Mechi aggro on turn 2 put me to quite a spot in this game where I just could not re-establish a middle ground and get my footing back. Which is great for the King Mechi player, but for me, unfortunately, I have to kind of just eat it, try to play through it. And here he's playing very smart, playing unison after unison in order to keep swinging unisons and not have to worry about getting milled through battle cards. So here he's really pushing it. We'll see, this is on the unison. So here he comboed his Secret Rare. You see he's comboing all of his boss monsters. And there goes the Champa. We'll see. It looks like I was just looking at my life, and that's about it. Definitely scooping up there because I just don't have the combo power, and I definitely tapped the majority of my energy, and it was with a unison, so I cannot neg it out. So with that being said, guys, that was the battle, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you guys did, please hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. And with that being said, guys, we will see you guys next week. See ya.